doggone Campbell. Oh, I'm so excited. How y'all doing out there? Y'all getting some good stuff in the convention center? Did y'all hear me earlier? Because now I can hear myself. You heard me? Yes, yes, everybody can hear me. Good, good, good. I want to let more people come through. I want to let y'all know we are going to have an amazing time on this main stage today. We have some amazing guests, and I am excited to be your Essence host on the main stage. Everybody, yo, clap it up for yourselves for being here. We celebrating any birthdays out here today? Ho. Yo, you tell your age? You tell your age? How old are you? 50 what? 40 what? 30 what? 20 what? Yo, I tell my age. I'm 57 years old. And I'm hot. That's right, I'm hot. I'm having a hot flash right now as we speak. Fucking burning up. I'm burning up. All right, so I want to get started and get you guys to see our first guest, okay? But first, I need something. Well, I don't really need them. It's more for, like, decoration. Yeah, okay, that's better. All right, she said, I know that's right. All right, so you guys, I want y'all to start clapping it up when I give y'all the go-ahead, all right? I want y'all to welcome these beautiful ladies. You know this first woman from her many shows that raised us, right? Now, for the first time, she is stepping into a brand new chapter in her life as a novelist. Please welcome to this stage. Y'all clap it up for them right now. Welcome Mara Brock Akil for a fireside conversation on her debut album, novel, The Revelation. Come on, hype her up. The Revelation of Dionne Daphne, joined by my good friend and my girlfriend and my homie, my love, Sherry Shepherd. Ladies and gentlemen, Mara Brock Akil and Sherry Shepherd.
What? Oh my gosh. Hey family! Hey family! Oh my gosh. Can y'all give Tisha Campbell a hand? Everybody needs a Gina in their life. You know what, y'all? This is like literally every time, Mara, I don't know if this is your first time here at Essence. You've been before, yeah? It's like a family reunion every time we come. All y'all look like my sisters, my aunties. You look like my cousin. I got to put money on her books. But God, y'all look like the church sisters. I love being here because it is black women loving on black women. And I am so excited. I'm so honored to talk to Mara Brock Akil about this is her first novel, y'all, called The Revelation of Dionne Daphne. Let me get to the seat. You know what? I thought I was going to be wearing this to Travis Kelce and Tiffany. What's her name? I only know the black woman he was dating, but Taylor Swift. I thought I was going to their wedding, but I wanted to wear the dress anyway. I didn't get the invitation. I'd rather wear it here to Essence. Let me go on over to Mara. Mara, first, can I give you your flowers? Because
Yes,
I need people to know you're not the okie doke. Y'all remember a show called Girlfriends? Creator, executive producer of Girlfriends. Y'all remember a show called The Game? You remember The Game? Creator, executive producer. Y'all remember a show called Being Mary Jane? Creator, executive producer. Have y'all watched the first season of Forever? Creator, executive producer. It's going into its second season, Forever. And I first met this wonderful, beautiful lady when I played Sheila on the Jamie Foxx show, is when I met you.
That was a fun time.
That was a very fun time. And since then, Mara, you have gone on to create the most memorable shows congratulations to you that all of these shows have been so successful, because I believe I can speak for everybody. We always saw somebody that reminded of us.
I've been watching.
This.
Just like you were talking about, that's my cousin, and that's my aunt, that's my sister, that's my friend. And you talked about how beautiful we are.
Yes.
I look at the beauty all the time, and I would just want to put it on the page. So I consider the works that I have done, and I want to thank you guys for being supporters and watching the shows. I see your beauty, and I want to put those portraits up on the screen so that you can see how beautiful you are, and funny you are, and complicated, and a little messy, and ambitious, and need a break, and want to hustle. All of those things. I want us to see ourselves.
Thank you so much for representing us so well, because I feel like everything that you produce, that you create, is a love letter to Black women.
Thank you, because it is. You know, it starts with self-love, though, too, Sherry. I mean,
Yes.
like, I love myself. And then that next step, I was made to love by my grandmother, my mother, and my aunt to love myself. So technically, I love them first. And because
Yes.
they held me, I could hold myself in order for me to hold us in stories and all the different stories I do. And I just want to shout you out and say thank you. It's been so much fun collaborating with artists such as yourself. It makes me excited about writing. So
Yes.
I'm really happy to be here with you today.
Thank you. Feeling is mutual. And now you have your debut novel, y'all. This is what it looks like. The revelation of Dionne Daphne.
Have you guys gotten it? Who has gotten the
Okay.
book? Thank you.
Okay,
It's
we got
day
some.
5.
I'm going to tell you, I'm 2/3 and 90% of the way through the book. I have laughed. I have cried. I have cried. I have said, ooh, that's me. Ooh, that's my girlfriend. You hit so many things in the book. Now, is writing a novel different from writing a TV show?
I think initially the fear, it seems much, 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 much bigger.
Yeah.
It just feels very daunting. But when I started to break it down and just became myself, I did the book similarly to how I break shows. I literally take a lot of notes on the character. I go over it. And so I just sort of translated a lot of what I do. The book gave me more space to talk about the interior of the character versus just the exterior aspect of who she is. And that dichotomy, that duality is always interesting to me, and I can only get so much on the screen, but I think I got a lot in the book.
You're able to get much more into the book. When I read this book, there were so many themes in here. I thought this was like I could read this at the beach, put it down, and walk away. I could not walk away from Dionne Daphne. Can you tell our family here what the book is about?
Yeah, so this is a book set in the early 90s in New York. And Dionne Daphne, funny enough, her job, she works as a beauty editor at Essence in the book. And she's actually trying to get a promotion. Life is good. She had a man for about 5 years. He didn't marry her, so she left him. 6 months later, she's back outside. Her girlfriend says, girl, it's time to get back outside. She gets outside. She meets this great guy. It's the 90s. She got money in her pocket. She can make decisions. She decides to bring him home. And that's the night that her boyfriend returns. But he doesn't return to ask her to marry her. Marry him, excuse me. He reveals some really terrible news that just rocks her world.
Yes.
And has her taking an HIV test. And that's how we shaped the book. How her life was perfect on one day, and
Yes.
it's a rock bottom mess on the second day, and how she pulls herself through it with love, friendship, some tough conversations,
Yes.
but really about facing the storm of her life in the 2-week period. And it really is a propulsive read, and it was a really fun way to structure the book that way. And I brought TV training to the book. Because, I got to keep you guys watching episode after episode after episode. Well, that is very difficult. That type of craftsmanship of the work, I was able to bring to the book. And I think it's a page turner, as I've been told.
You did. I could see that because I kept wanting to know what the next chapter is. When you talk about, the woman when she went to get tested, told her she had to make a list of everybody that she had slept with. And it brought some revelations into her life where she had to confront people in her life. She had to confront family members. And I want you to talk, I'm going out of order, but I want you to talk about, after she was told this, she had to go get tested for HIV. She still went to work.
Yes.
She still put her face on and she went to work. And so many women here, we may not be dealing with that issue, but we deal with issues. So many black women, we got to put on the mask. We got to do the code switch. And we got to go and pretend that everything is okay when our life is falling apart. Can you talk about that, Mara?
Well, that's the thing that I see a lot of us. I want us carrying the weight, and in this case, I'm talking a lot about shame, carrying the weight of any sort of shame, small, medium, or large. It's too heavy for us to carry anymore. We're talking about beauty, right? We got the glam today. We are gorgeous,
Yes.
right? But we're also talking about our health. We're talking about cortisol levels and all these things. But where do you think it comes from? It comes from the stress that we are carrying, trying to hide all of these things that happen to us and trying to mask it. I think the character Dionne is asking us to be brave enough to face the storms of our life, not just be okay. I'm fine, but no, not be okay, and have those tough conversations so that we can really turn our lemons into lemonade and let it go. And so I just think Dionne is a lot of us.
Yes.
A lot of us every day, and some days it's okay, I'm just saying, not to put the mask on or even the makeup on sometimes.
It's
So
funny,
when you do, we really enjoy it.
I was reading this book after I came from the concert yesterday, and I said, let me take off the mask, because you feel like you got to be perfect. You say hi, you smile, you take pictures. I took that wig off. I had my prison braids in. I took the dress off. I took the damn Spanx off. I let everything hang. I'm staring in the mirror myself. I read this book butt naked. Because I said, I'm going to take this mask off. You know what? I'll put that mask back on. But
Be outside.
But in taking the mask off, you know what it showed me? I really had to think about what is stressing me out. What is going on in my life? Why am I eating this Hershey's bar? And it was because the mask was off. You really got to deal with yourself and issues in your life when all of that comes off.
It's interesting that the shape of the book, her life changes in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
A lot of times we don't take 2 seconds to have a pause to ask, why am I eating the Hershey bar? And here's the deal. If you're pausing to eat the Hershey bar and you are loving the idea of eating, that's pleasure.
Right.
That we lean into. But if you're eating the thing because you don't take care of yourself, you didn't take time to eat, you didn't do all the things, you're crashing, and so you need a sugar spike, that's a problem. And what are we not taking time for? That is what I'm hoping we collectively as Black women, there's so much on us. It is so much on us, and we are carrying we pile on top of the stuff that we're hiding.
Yes.
I would love for us to shed this so that we can get our energy back, so that we can, first of all, if they would just listen to us, we can fix all these problems that are
Yes.
going on in the world. But it's hard to do that, to do even your daily problems when we're just carrying too much weight. And that's what I like. And it's interesting. It's proven when and I'm saying this for real, when our stress comes down, the inflammation in our bodies come
It
down.
does.
We literally lose weight by reducing our stress. And I'm not talking about walking 10,000 steps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about really unburdening ourselves from the shames that we are carrying. And sometimes, like Dionne, it takes catastrophic moment that drops us to our knees for us to then reevaluate our life. I think the power of books and stories is that we can share our story and be like, well, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be like that. So maybe
Yeah.
I should, or maybe I could deal with my stuff a little differently to save me from a moment like this.
And that leads me to, I want to jump to another point. I want y'all to remember this one topic, friendship. Don't let me forget it. Because I didn't turn 59, and I can't remember my head from my ass tomorrow. So remember that
You
friendship,
need some of Mary
all right?
Jane's Post-its.
Girl, and menopause too. But I want to talk about that. This catastrophic thing has hit Dionne. Her whole world was together. She had to go and confront different people. And I want to talk about trauma, because when you take off the mask and you talk about high cortisol levels, inflammation, a lot of that is trauma that we've dealt with in our family, with friendships, that sometimes we hide behind everything's okay, I'm going to forgive, I'm going to let go, but we have to address it. Can you talk about dealing with family trauma and forgiveness with Dionne?
You know, the formula is really simple. I don't necessarily think the steps are easy, but the formula is literally having the difficult conversations. Sometimes just saying it out loud to a friend releases it, but until you really deal with the person or the issue that caused you pain. And then the other thing is, if you don't deal with the trauma, we are also responsible for the ripples effects of not
Yes.
dealing with it, and we start creating bad behavior ourselves,
For our
making
children.
bad, and we put it on our children, and we put it on the people around us. So I think the trauma, until you really have the direct communication and confrontation, and by confrontation, I don't mean wild out.
Exactly.
I mean, let it be known what happened to me. Tell, and then when you release it, you forgive yourself. And in the journey of forgiving yourself, you naturally extend that to others when you are first compassionate and empathetic with yourself. And that's how I see it.
When you were talking about family trauma, and I loved in the book, Dionne it's messy. It's messy trauma. It's messy forgiveness. I think we go to forgiveness so quickly, and we don't allow time to mourn. And I'm reading this book, and she
says the things. She does not say, "Oh, I forgive you." She is angry with them. She tells them what's on her mind, all the things she didn't say. She is forced to say it when you are looking back in the day in the 90s, you guys, waiting on the results of an HIV test felt like a death sentence.
Yes.
And so you get real clear with, oh my gosh, and you have to go back and you have to make a list of all the people that you had sexual relationships with, and you get to look at your life.
Yes.
And so sometimes you might look at the list and want to forgive yourself. You look at that list and you realize that was a bad decision. That was those few were good, but
I think my whole list would be called bad decisions. Even the ones I married, bad decisions.
Bad decisions.
If I had to go back and look at
Well,
it.
then you got to trace where that decision came from. And
Right.
typically it's unmet, unhealed, unresolved trauma. And I'm telling you, when we release the anger after years feels like weight. It feels like weight. I mean, literal physical weight. And then the emotional depression and all of that stuff. I'm telling you, if you go through the storm and stop trying to run away from the storm, you will come back through it. And I would even want to do like a documentary about it. Like if you do it and you just watch literal physical health change for the better, your beauty comes back. I know this because I know this to be true. You know what I'm saying? And you've seen it on our friends. And we're like, we've given the testimony of our girlfriends and be like, wow, she was this, and now look at her. And the beauty that we're seeing is the light that she got back. That's forgiveness.
And you spoke about that. What was the thing I'm supposed to talk about, y'all?
Oh,
Friendship.
friends.
You talked about girlfriends. Another thing that I loved in the revelation of Dionne Daphne was about friendship. Unlikely friendships that she had along the way. But she had her ace boon coon, Farrah, her best friend. Can you speak to how many of y'all have been on the ground in tears and you had that girlfriend that lifted you up? Just raise your hand and let me know when you had that girlfriend that just lifted you up, you didn't have to say anything, you just sobbed in her arms, and she already knew. How many of you had a girlfriend that no matter what, she bossy, she gonna check you, she gonna tell you what God done told her? You ain't heard it from God, but she didn't heard it.
Yeah. It called a few times.
You had that girl. How many of you got that girlfriend? She ready to fight everybody for you. You spoke about friendship in this book, which I love because I am a girlfriend.
Yes, a girly girl.
Talk to me about the power of friendship.
Well, you know, Sherry, this was interesting. Whenever I work on a project, I don't know the creatives out there, but I expect my own revelation in the work. The work will tell me something I didn't go into the work trying to craft. And what was interesting about taking Dionne authentically through her journey, I realized why I even wrote Girlfriends 25 years ago. 25 years ago, Girlfriends was on the air, and today it is still finding new audience.
Yes, it
and
is.
resonating, and I know why. Because our girlfriends, or guys, your guy friends, our friend groups, but let's speak for the girlfriends right now. Girlfriends, I realize, are our surrogate parents. Until we are strong enough to stand on our own feet and reparent ourselves. That is the only way to heal. You have to reparent yourself. And sometimes, and oftentimes, that's a daily practice. Parenting is a daily practice.
It's a daily practice.
The daily practice is we have to be strong enough to reparent ourselves. And notice I said surrogate, because even adopted parent is asking too much of our parent. I mean, too much of that role. Because we do need to carry our own bucket of water. Healing is a me, myself, and I process. You can get help in therapy and in girlfriends, but girlfriends have the power to hold you, pray for you, point you in the direction of a therapist, point you in the direction of, so that you can get on about taking care of yourself. And think about that. Once you do that, then you can start to have forgiveness, compassion, empathy for those who have even hurt you. And what you do more powerfully is that you don't continue to hurt yourself, and we don't continue to hurt the future. And what we have to do more than anything is take care of ourselves, but really take care of our babies.
Yes. Before we end this, I want to know, when you ask people, I would love for you to get the revelation of Dionne Daphne. It's such an amazing book. What would you like people to take away from this book?
I would like people to take away the idea that, and I kind of talked about it a little bit, but really examining what kind of shame are we holding on to that does not belong to us anymore. At times to sort of let it down. And Dionne, to me, Dionne is someone who's decided to raise her hand and say, hey, I'll go first. I'll give testimony to my life so I can lay it down. I want people to feel compassion for her and people like her, but I really want people to have compassion for themselves and willing to kind of do their own journey, face their own storm, and come back more beautiful than ever, not needing to wear a mask, but wear their makeup and their hair to celebrate their life, not to hide their life.
Not to hide their life. Would you guys give Mara Brock Akil another hand?
I would love to, Sherry. I'm headed, guys. I'm headed to sign books at the Authors Pavilion right now. You guys can meet me over there at the Authors Pavilion. I'm signing my debut novel. I don't have a lot of stops on this tour because I am filming Forever 2, Season 2, and I got to get back on set. But I came to Essence because you guys are beautiful. I want to meet you. I want to see you, and I would love to share my book with you. So meet me over on the author stage pavilion.
I would say also, ladies, remember, this is the woman who celebrates and writes a love letter to Black women every show that she does. Please support her on her debut novel. Please support her. We don't have many out here. We don't have many out here doing this. And we're in a time where the people are trying to erase us. So when you have a Black woman out there fighting the good fight for us, by us, about us, please go and support and get this book, because it tells other publishers that we spend our money on what we care about and who we care about. So thank you so much, Mara. We love you.
Thank you for spending time
you.
with me. Thank you for skipping the wedding and being with me.
Girl, I wouldn't go to that wedding for nothing. I want to be with you. And I want to say this, y'all. Watch my movie on Lifetime. It's called Angel in the Rubble. I'm executive producing it with Robin Roberts on Lifetime September 12th about the last rescue of 9/11, the terrorist attacks. She was buried alive for 27 hours. And this is my first starring role in a movie, y'all. So thank you for
Congratulations.
support my very first starring role. And I'm an author, too. My book, Life is a K-Drama, because I'm obsessed with K-dramas. It's coming out on my birthday, April 2027. A black woman meets a rich Korean man. I wanted a black woman in these, too. So for my birthday, y'all can pre-order it at sherryshepard.com. So thank you for inspiring me.
Love that you're telling your stories. Yes,
it's a scary thing. Could you give some advice to women who have a dream that they may want to do something, but they're scared? Could you just give a word?
Do something every day. The biggest thing is consistency. People get started, they get hyped. And also, I would not talk about it too much. I would not talk about your idea creatively. I would actually just put it to work. The time to talk about it is when you write the end and then you want to share it. The more you can keep it in gestation, the better. That God meets every creative, and when you sit in the chair consistently, the muse meets you every day. I promise you, you'll create ritual around it, you will protect it, but be consistent, and then you look up, and then you will have a book, or you will have a script, or you will have a poem, or you will have an essay, or you will have a blog, or you will have a business plan, or you will have a recipe. You will have something at the end of that. And that's when we invite others in. When we're creating, we've invited God, or God has invited you. God can only be seen through you. Tell your story. Journal every day. If your story is only for you, and then tomorrow it's for you and your friends, and then after that it's for your community, and then after that you wanted to sell it at Netflix. But get today, right today. Our story is our most valuable asset that we have in a time when human intelligence is going to be the critical thinking, creativity, imagination. It is going to be the most valuable asset we have in a world that is moving toward AI. Nothing to be scared of, but be consistent with your unique point of view, your unique imagination, your God-given creativity. That's what I would say.
And that's a word. Y'all, can you give it up for Mara, Brock Akil? She's going to be at the Authors Pavilion.
I'm headed over there right now.
She's going over there right now. Go over there and
I think
get
I got
the
about an
revelation.
hour, so come see me.
The revelation of Dionne Daphne. Go over there and talk to Mara. Let her sign your book. We love you.